Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Icon 1000 Beltway jacket, available at RevZilla.com. So in our opinion, the Icon 1000 Beltway really shows that Icon can continue to iterate on ideas that they've seen and incorporated in different pieces of gear and go in different directions and come out with really unique looking but very protective and functional gear. If we look at the Beltway, it is a heavy-duty infantry-style jacket. You know, we saw Icon 1000 launch with the Chapter. We saw them further down the road come with something like we recently saw, which was the Outsider, which used the same resin-coated canvas that you're seeing here again in the Beltway. Now we have the Beltway, which is really hip-length, infantry-style. There are so many pockets on this jacket. I mean, it's really just gnarly and very functional, but they're still incorporating leather in the impact areas. It's still the Icon 1000 leather, which is going to give you that great premium soft feel, but cover you and give you the added layer of protection in areas that are prone to get-offs on the bike. And they're still managing to incorporate removable D3O molecular armor. So we see shoulders, we see elbows. There's a Viper CE Level 1 D3O pad that comes stock in the back of the Beltway jacket. Again, fully removable, so you can wear your Beltway on or off the bike. I'd love to hear your gut reaction to the Beltway. Leave us your comments, your questions on our YouTube channel. Click here to subscribe. Let's talk really quickly about fit. So I have Buzzsaw to my left, 6 foot, 210, 44, 45-inch chest. He's wearing a size large. There is a thermal vest liner that's in the jacket that's removable, and Buzzsaw to my left would be able to add a light base or mid layer as well. So it's not going to be that svelte cut. It's a bit of a relaxed cut from Icon. It's not that attack sport cut, and it's really meant this jacket would look phenomenal off the bike. It's a great heavy-duty 3-season cold weather jacket. Now keep in mind, we talked a little bit about seasonality with the guys at Icon, and we said, you know, obviously, because it is resin coated, it's going to have some resistance from the outer side of things to Mother Nature and rain. But ultimately, when you look at a leather jacket, while it might change the finish as this jacket breaks in if you get caught in the rain, we're not going to recommend that you rock this guy in the rain. Again, it's super premium. It will break. Everybody's will break in slightly different, but rain will eventually get through. So you're not looking at a waterproof piece of gear. Now, keep in mind too, we talked a little bit about fitment with Ed, you know, as we kind of dove into some of the guts that I'm going to show you in a bit. If you're not sure about sizing, we ship for free, exchange for free, no restock fees if you need to send it back to us. And make sure you look at the size chart on the Icon Beltway page. It'll give you a great detail of trying to figure out what would be the best size for you. Looking at some of the nuances on the Beltway, we talked about the resin-coated canvas that makes up the darker areas. And there is a blue version of this jacket as well. We briefly touched on some of the really nicely finished premium leather from Icon 1000. You see it in the shoulders. You're going to see it in the elbows. If we turn that backwards, we might as well. Let's just shoot you backwards really quickly, get a good view of the back. You can see that I have the back pad in. It is removable. But we have a leather waisting belt in the back that allows you to cinch it down. And then across the tops of the shoulders, you're going to see even more leather, and it has the tonal metallic Icon logo, but then again, it has the perf leather for style. It's really meant to be complete and finished and have its own unique look to it. Come back around to the front for me. Some of the other things you might not be immediately able to see, besides the fact that there's 67 pockets, or if we look at it, double snap up here toward the top, and for warmer weather riding, you're going to have a loop back. So the spring-loaded snaps go back. Now this is one of the cool features that Icon stole from some of their adventure gear, their multi-season gear. Notice how there's no snaps here. They're using rare earth metal magnets, those neodymium magnets. Be careful if you're wearing a pacemaker. But when it comes together, that's what's keeping that storm flap in place. So it's very cool, and there's even piping of leather that runs all the way down to finish it off, exposing a big, beefy, tonal YKK zipper. Then we unzip it, you're going to see it's actually a blued satin liner here that has the brass knuckles embossed into it. There are pockets on this side, and then Buzzsaw, if you lift up that side for me, you're going to see that there's even more going on. On the side over here, you know, jokingly internally, we were calling them the encyclopedia pockets because there's multiple pockets that go up. These are pass-through pockets. So you now have access to the pockets built into the actual liner of the jacket, which is mesh. And if I go right here, you can see it start to come out. Here are my mesh pockets all the way up the side. And then above those pockets, you're going to see more of the black satin liner with the brass knuckle logo. Napoleon pocket up here, and then you have your smaller pockets down here along the front too. And what Icon 1000's been doing is it's been individually numbering its gear down here so you can register it on their website, which is a nice feature, pretty cool touch. Let that drop down for me there, Buzzsaw. Also notice on the collar, it's a little higher collar than you see on a sport jacket. It's more of a multi-season jacket. Again, it's its own unique style, but it does have a nice fleece lining, so it's not going to get in the way, and it's not going to really bother you. So even for longer distance rides, it shouldn't chafe. Now zip that bad boy back up. I want you to come in really tightly and notice one thing as Buzzsaw zips this back up. Notice how the bottom of the zipper starts. It really is 3 to 4 inches from below where the tail of this jacket ends. What that does, it allows you, if you're on a cruiser or if you're on a touring bike, depending on what you're riding, if you're sitting up and down, it allows a little bit of flare at the bottom of the jacket so that it's not going to bunch up on you. Again, it's just a really well thought out touch. You're keeping the magnets apart. Pretty cool feature. Now if we look at the pockets on the front, leather lined, they have their unique style to them. They are cargo in their style with the snap to keep them closed. Notice they are rubberized buttons, so they're not going to scratch any of the plastics or tank on your bike. Leather at the bottom, and here's one of the cooler features. So you have 2 pockets at the top. You have your tonal zipper that comes down exposing another pocket, and this is removable, this Icon 1000 patch. I don't know why we don't have one of those that says Buzzsaw on it for you, but again, that's our fault. I'll take responsibility. If you move down into some of the lower cargo pockets, you're also going to notice that there's a ring on this side to potentially connect a key to. You have another pocket here, a stash pocket that tucks away. There's a zippered stash pocket. I don't know what you'd put in a zippered stash pocket, but you could figure it out on your own. Down here along the front, and that kind of opens to expose these even bigger cargo pockets on the outside. So again, for a guy that, I just keep thinking about the outlaw biker on potentially an HD or on a murdered out like RSD style bike, wearing this jacket with a ton of stuff kind of bolted on for a longer distance day ride in a multitude of different, you can actually snap that for me, different climates. And on a final note, just kind of staying with this theme with our pockets, there's also hand warmer pockets right here on both sides. They are zipperable. You can see Buzzsaw throwing his hands in there. Again, just really functional, meant to be a jacket that for over that $500 mark, protect you on the bike and be really functional and stylish when you're off the bike. I know you've heard me say it a couple times, but most people don't realize that Icon's spending a lot of time really thinking about the fitment, the style, and the functionality, not just for riding on a lot of their Icon 1000 line. So if you want to walk through the Beltway that matches with the Beltway pants that Ed's not wearing right now, or if you want to compare and contrast it with the Outsider jacket or the Chapter jacket, shoot us a line, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. We already mentioned that ships for free, exchange for free, no restock fee on that kind of stuff. We make it pretty easy on you. And you can always buy it at RevZilla.com/Icon. I'm Anthony. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the Icon 1000 Beltway jacket. We'll see you next time.